Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're discussing a case that is as haunting as it is heartbreaking. The story of a 41-year-old woman from New Haven, Connecticut, whose life ended under deeply disturbing circumstances. A mother's worst nightmare. An investigation covered in controversy, and surveillance footage that reveals a chilling sight. This is the story of Aseelah Mohammad. Aseelah was more than her struggles. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, a woman known for her warm heart and generous spirit. Yes, she battled schizophrenia and had a history of substance use. But to those who knew her, she was so much more than that. Her mother, Imani Mohammad-Denny, describes her as a truly loved person with a beautiful heart. But that beautiful heart was silenced forever on December 28, 2023, when Aseelah's body was found, hidden, disregarded, and bearing disturbing signs of trauma. Just days before her death, Aseelah had been staying at a George Street homelessness facility. Now, she didn't live there. She was reportedly staying with someone and unknowingly walking into the final chapter of her life. Then, suddenly, she vanished. Her body was later discovered in a very gruesome state, wrapped in a blanket, concealed beneath sheetrock. The bruises, the blunt force trauma, these were not signs of someone who simply laid down and never woke up again. And then came the most chilling discovery of all, the surveillance footage. A man seen dragging Aseelah's lifeless body down the street. Despite this disturbing evidence, authorities categorized Aseelah's death as a possible drug overdose. The toxicology report listed fentanyl, cocaine, and heroin in her system. But the official cause of death? Undetermined. However, her mother refuses to accept this. She says that her daughter mattered and her life mattered, which of course it did. Fueled by grief and relentless determination, her mother left her home in North Carolina and went back to New Haven, Connecticut, to fight for her daughter. She stood alongside protesters outside City Hall, fighting for justice for Aseelah. They chanted, "Justice for Aseelah," and it echoed throughout the streets. Her supporters believe the case has been ignored and dismissed, all because of Aseelah's race, mental health struggles, and past substance use. Then, the troubling revelation. On March 8, 2024, police arrested 62-year-old Douglas Adams for illegally disposing of Aseelah's body. His story? They allegedly used drugs together on Christmas Eve. She fell asleep and then never woke up. Police also suggested Aseelah may have been exchanging sex for drugs, but her mother quickly refuted those claims, saying that they weren't only false, but disrespectful, biased, dismissive, and part of the reason why they're still fighting for the truth now. New Haven police insist their investigation has been conducted professionally and claim race, mental health, and substance use had absolutely no bearing on how the case has been handled. But Aseelah's family and her friends aren't convinced. Bruises, blunt force trauma, a hidden body. Where others see a tragedy, they see a crime. As if things weren't devastating enough, Aseelah's body was too decomposed for an open casket funeral. Her mother never got the proper way to say goodbye. The delaying in notifying her family, the conflicting narratives, the reluctance to dig deeper, it all raises one pressing question. Was justice being denied? My thoughts and prayers are with Aseelah's loved ones, who continue to fight for the truth. As more time passes by, the demand for justice only grows stronger. Yet, the truth remains so painfully out of reach. No suspects or persons of interest have been charged in the disappearance of Aseelah Mohammad. Anyone with information regarding Aseelah's case should contact the New Haven Police Department or an anonymous tip line. Those details can be found in the description box below. As we wrap up this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you never miss out on any updates or future stories. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.